How would you like to produce effects for your presentations like this? Here is a title I recently did for a lesson. This was before I applied any text effect, and this is after. I'm sure you noticed the difference. The gold effects for the title can be pretty involved. It can be 50 steps involved to get that. Or here's something recent that kind of draws attention a little better than regular text. Well, I've did that for years through Photoshop, through using what is called smart objects. Smart objects, you can take a lot of these steps and package them into a smart object, and you only make the change one time without having to go 50 different places in the layer and make the change. Let me show you what I'm talking about with this chart here. I've recently found Affinity Photo. Photoshop, that group, Adobe, went to a subscription-based license several years ago. And, you know, they don't have any problem getting people. They're the largest graphic package out there. But I was looking for an alternative rather than pay every month for using my software, and I found Affinity Photo. And a long time, Affinity Photo would not do smart objects. Now, I'll show you what I'm talking about. Let me see. Yes. If you will look on this layer screen picture from Affinity Photo, if you'll come down, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah, 6, about number 6, you see it says Text Effect Smart Objects Layer. Now, notice though at the very first layer, this layer right there, if you double click on that layer, you will come up to this screen. This screen, once you go over to the highlight all that text, change it to what you want to, change your font to whatever you want to, size whatever you want to. Once you get finished with that, if you come back into your document, you'll have that effect we saw. Once you do that, you go up to File, Export, and when you hit Export, you come up with these choices. Choose PNG, and then you export it, and you'll be prompted to save wherever you want to save it. I just happen to save it in this particular folder, but you save it whatever directory folder you want to save it in. And once you open that back up, here's what you come up with. That same thing. Now, doing that manually again, there were 50 steps as I opened the layer up and looked that I would have had to have gone through and rewrite, where with the smart object, I only had to change it one time. Here's another example of one that I recently worked on, and this is inside Affinity once again. And you see over here highlighted is the one that says Text Effect Smart Object Layers. And right up above it, 2 up above it, says Text Effect, double click. And when you double click that, again, you can change and edit your text. There are several places online that you can buy these text effects that are for Adobe Photoshop, or their extensions PSD. There's a place called Graphic River, one word, GRAPHICRIVER. You can go there, and if you look up Photoshop text effects, TEXTEFFECT, you can find them. And you just search through, find what you like. They're relatively inexpensive. You can then take those and bring them into Affinity Photo, which you couldn't until this last update, 1.9, as of the recording, and bring them in and do exactly what I have done with this picture. So I hope this helps you to make some better titles, maybe for your presentation, make some better font graphics, text graphics, and so forth. We'll see you next video.